welcome another VFL to the show. Former Tennessee offensive lineman Jerome Carvin, now with the Kansas City Chiefs. Swain, does he play the most underappreciated position in sports, offensive guard?
100%. I say Jerome's in the house. Jerome Carvin.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Man, nothing much, man. Everything going good. How y'all guys doing?
Man, we're blessed, man. We're glad to be joined by you. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to chop it up with us today. Man, you landed in a nice situation there with Kansas City. Trey Smith, VFL. What was those conversations like with him when you knew that you were going to be a Kansas City Chief? And, you know, what did he say? To give you some words of encouragement or some advice?
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. So after I got the call, I was heading to Kansas City. He literally called me right after that. It came out, and we talked for a while. We talked for like 30 minutes to an hour. He was just discussing how everything went, how things go down there in Kansas City, and just just giving me pointers and tips and things like that. And, he always had my back, in college, and now we're back as teammates again. He's going to take care of me and have me under his wing. So it's been great so far, and he's a great leader, a great vet on his team, and I'm just glad to be back with him and, feel like college again.
Jerome Carvin with us, VFL, former Tennessee offensive lineman, now with the Kansas City Chiefs. You mentioned Trey with his leadership qualities. Is that a role you felt like you took on the last couple of seasons as you had developed as an older player at Tennessee with the new regime coming in? And what was that like carrying on more of a leadership role the last few years?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was kind of what I had to do, and, just being one of the older guys on the team and just all the guys before me, just seeing how they led and, early on and how, we didn't have that much success as a team. And, just looking back and forth, to those early seasons of my career, I just took pieces of how those guys led and, also added my stuff to it and just decided to, take the bull by the horn in that O-line room and eventually on the team. And obviously with the great guys like Hendon and all the guys like Sid and all the leaders on the team at that time, we all got together and, wanted to make a change, and we wanted to, involve and improve. And, we were tired of, being the laughing stock of the SEC, to be honest. And, obviously we had a great year last year, and just want those guys to continue to push that forward and, Tennessee's back on top. So that's what I wanted to do.
Jerome Carvin, I know Glenn Ellerbe is the man, but I need you to help me out here, man. We lost two NFL dudes, you and Darnell Wright. Help me. I'm going into the season. I got a little bit of concern with the offensive line if we can maintain that level of great play that we had last year. Tell me why the offensive line is going to be really, really good this year, in your opinion.
Yeah, like you said, man, Coach Ellerbe is a great coach. He's going to lead those guys and coach those guys, to a high standard, a great standard that we set so far. And obviously, I mean, that room, I mean, you got Cooper coming back, you got Spraggs coming back. Those two guys are going to be, the leaders of that room. And, they're going to keep the standard, they're going to hold the standard. And the standards will always be the standard in that room. And nothing's going to change, honestly. Obviously, yes, you're losing a great player in Darnell, and you're losing me. But I don't think that's going to affect the team at all, honestly.
What's playing with Javonte Spraggins like, where he's got the opposing team's stuffed mascot ready to go after a win? What's Javonte Spraggins like as a teammate and a fellow offensive guard?
Yeah, man, Spraggins is, he's a wild man. He's your character in the room, and he's gonna have fun and he's gonna work hard. He's an extremely hard worker. Go with everything. Give everything he got. He's your typical Tennessee Vols. Going to lay everything out on the line for the team, and now he's coming into his leadership role, and he's evolving, maturing, and understanding, bringing guys along with him, and I think he's gonna have a great season. Along with obviously he got Coop with him, so we got familiarity with him, and those guys are gonna be rocking and rolling next year.
Give me one guy on the defensive line, someone you went up against on a daily basis last year that you feel like Vol Nation needs to know their name, and they're going to ball out this year. They're going to have a breakthrough season. Give me one name on the defensive line, Jerome.
I'll give you one. One I went against a lot last year, and he had a great last year, honestly. And Bryson Eason, a lot of people that really don't know his name a lot. I think he's gonna have a breakout year this year. Man, great kid. Obviously from Memphis, obviously I'm gonna be a big fan of him, and he's a hard worker. He's dominant. He's gonna be a dominant D lineman in the SEC next year, and I can't wait for people to finally recognize his name.
I should have known, Jerome. I should have known you was going to pick somebody from Memphis, man. You always representing the town. You always represent Memphis. I knew it.
I got to.
Yeah, for West Tennessee guys, I mean, how much pride do you take in being able to come to the east side of the state and help Tennessee? Jabari Small, Amari Thomas, there are a lot of guys to go along with you and Bryson you bring up who helped Tennessee over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I feel like, West Tennessee boys, we the best in the state. And so, obviously just having that, you want to play for your state, you want to play for Tennessee, that's like the dream growing up around here, and I know even though Memphis is, ways away from Knoxville, we still, represent our state to the best of our ability with guys like, when I was young, recruiting guys like Big O and Jabari Smalls and, Bryson Eason and Tamari McDonald, like those guys are like, they're the leaders now, they're like, it's their team. And I'm just so excited to see them, grow out and ball out, and just them grow as players and as men, honestly. And it's their team now, so I can't wait to see them play.
We're talking to Jerome Carvin, VFL, former Tennessee offensive lineman, now with the Kansas City Chiefs. And, Jerome, you mentioned where things were with the program a couple of years ago after the 2020 season. How much did it mean to you to be able to get things turned around and leave the program where it is and have especially the success you did this past season in 2022?
Yeah, that was the ultimate goal. Going into, when I was a freshman to now, like my ultimate goal was to leave Tennessee better than I found it. And, I'm glad to say I ended up accomplishing that. And, it wasn't easy. It was very hard. I mean, obviously, we're playing the toughest conference in the country, and, we got the toughest schedule every year. And that's how it should be. It should be like that every year. And, now, like, we're forced to be wrestling with in the SEC. And, it should be like that. It's been like that before. And so now we got it back on the track. It means a lot. It means a lot to everybody in the state of Tennessee, Like they got something to root for and, like ball games are fun. And you go out there, have fun out there kneeling and, ball out, go get the best in the country. And, just represent our state, defend our state. So it was amazing, to end the year on that mark. And, now it's like, that year's over now. So now those guys, time to step up and keep the thing rolling.
VFL Jerome Carvin on with us. What lessons do you feel like you've learned at Tennessee that's going to help you be a successful pro?
Just overcoming adversity. Just facing adversity early on in my college career, just in terms of just team success and individual success. Trying to fight through the battles that you're gonna face, and I feel like that's gonna be like a big thing for me, especially coming up. I'm an undrafted player, so I already got I'm kind of behind the eight ball with everybody else, but it's like I still got a shot. I still got a chance, and it's looking really good. So I mean, now it's just time for me to go out there and do it, and overcome the adversity, overcome the things that's going on in camp, and the hard days and stuff like that. Understanding the playbook and things like that, and just using that to my ability and just go out there and get a job.
Trey Smith was not drafted as high as he should have been. Ramon Foster was an undrafted player that went on to have a great career with the Pittsburgh Steelers. How big of a chip do you have on your shoulder?
Huge. It's huge. You kind of feel like they slept on me. And I should feel that way. And now it's like now I got to go out there and prove it. Now it's time like the talk is over. Now it's like time to go do it. And that's all I needed. That's all I wanted to do. And I landed in a great spot in Kansas City, with a Super Bowl champion team and just those guys and the vets that's in that room and in the O-line room and on the team in general. Those guys show me how what it takes to be a Kansas City Chief. And so, can't wait to get to camp. Super excited, super ready to get to work and, make the club.
Jerome, what do you think you learned the last couple of seasons to prepare yourself for this position from Glenn Ellerbe, learning from him on the offensive line, and why does he connect so well with the players that he coaches?
Oh, I mean, he's an amazing coach, but I say a lot all the time with him. Like he takes it off the field in that sense, and he teaches us how to be a man, and because at the end of the day, football's going to end one day for everybody. And, just being a great man, being a great person, he teaches that hard on us, and like just uses great examples of his life and the different examples from his former players, and even examples on the field, into how to become a man and how to be a better man, and how taking care of responsibilities and just everything that a man should be. And just him harping on that and teaching us that really goes a long way for us. And I'm just glad to soak all the information in that he taught us, and just use that forward to my life and becoming a man, and having a family and things like that.
Well, long ago, Jerome Carvin, when you was picking Tennessee over teams like Mississippi State and others, and now you got to pick out which game you're going to come back to during a bye week and stand on the sideline and look cool, man, be one of those NFL guys coming back representing Tennessee, man. So have you looked at the calendar and kind of be able to see which game you're going to come back to? Yeah,
well, our bye week, how it lines up, I think it either be. I think it'll be Georgia game. So obviously that's the game to go to.
All right.
Obviously, we owe them. From last year they beat us. We was the number one team in the country. And they beat us down there in Athens. So hopefully get them on taste of their medicine. Now we get to catch them in Neyland. So I can't wait to go down there and watch those guys ball out against them.
Yeah, you guys snapped the streak against Alabama last year. Got Florida. That was a big one at home. So Georgia would be the last one standing in terms of that type win you guys need.
Exactly. And we're gonna get it. It's time to take get over the hump, get over the obstacle, and beat those guys. Those guys are beatable, and I know we can do it. Just as long as those guys are disciplined and don't don't be too big in the moment. Do their job. Don't try to make the play. Everything will come in line and fall inside the line, and it's gonna be very similar to the Alabama game. So I think those guys will have a lot of success this upcoming season.
Jerome Carvin, former Tennessee offensive lineman, now with the Kansas City Chiefs, getting ready for camp coming up here in the next couple of weeks. Jerome, congratulations on everything you accomplished at the University of Tennessee. Good luck as you get ready for the start of camp with the Chiefs, and we really appreciate you joining us today.
Yes, sir, no problem. Thank y'all for having me.